How many of you managed to finish it? Raise your hands. Okay, 1, 2, a few. And people there? No one? No one in this team? Come on, the left team. Ok, 15 minutos. No, está bien, 7. So I'm going to do it with the format results version. I'm going to go to the answers table and say public function find count by org query and options. So return query contain. So answers are created by users. Kim, can you keep it low, please? A bit low, lower the volume. Thanks. So answers are created by users, and users belong to organizations. Okay, so now I have access to the right data. So after that, I'm just going to basically format I need to select. I need the org is organizations.name. I'm just going to use the name instead of the ID. And I need the count, which is the total. Which is query function count star. And I need to group by organizations.id. Okay, so I'm going to run this now. Console, get a table, it's answers, pj, count by org. Okay, now we have the organization, this, and I have a very annoying user null column here that I'm going to remove. The reason that it's there is because I selected it. I said, okay, contain that model. So it has to appear there because that's what you told it to do. So if you don't want it, a way to do it, there are plenty, and tomorrow we're going to review entities and how to actually change stuff. So I'm going to format results, function, results, and you return the results map row on set row user, or yeah, just to be consistent, use this return row. And that's it. Did anyone find the assignment very hard, or? There was an interesting way of doing it in the Holsch side. That's a Belgium side. That's actually Holland, right? You're from. Some respect, yeah. Which was going through organizations, get the answers, get the users, and that get the answers. I'm going to do that for fun because we figured out that the solution looked interesting. It's not what you would do in production because you're basically loading more rows that it should load for this simple task. But I think it's interesting. Oh, this is in the questions table, sorry. I wanted organizations. So what happened was return query contain users and users the answers. So basically, does it has many? And then again, it has many. That's going to be 2 queries for the price of 1. And then, let's see basically what it gets. I have a space, that's true. And I need find, right? Organizations. With total answers, and you have like a full tree of all your database, more or less. If you do that and you're running Stack Overflow and you had this set up somehow, you would be bringing all users in Stack Overflow with all the answers that they have ever written in history. Maybe not what you want, but for some other examples it might make a lot of sense. So I just find interesting another way to do it. So I'm going to format the results now. And I'm going to return the results map. It gets a row. So what happened that is he created a virtual property called total answers, which is, and I would like you to pay attention to this part because it's kind of tricky. So he did row users, and then answers, and then what I do here. Okay, what problem do you see here? If organizations has many users and users has many answers, what is the problem here? Well, that's a fatal error. So I'm just giving you a hint there. Why is it fatal error? Users in array. That's correct. So I cannot do this. I need now to get all the answers and count them. So we just found a neat solution, which is I'm going to convert the array to a collection. And now we'll extract. Let me do it here. I'll extract maybe this. The answers. So now we'll have an array with the answers, like combined all together from all users, from that user, sorry, and then just count. Okay? Make sense? Does it? Does not? I need you to say yes, please continue. Okay, let's just, before doing that, let's do something. I'm just going to cut this and just debug the row and return the row again. Okay? So, organizations with total answers. And you can see a lot of, let me do it again. Instead of debugging row, this is a pro tip. I just use string row. I debug that. And now I get everything as JSON. So as you can see, is one row is one organization that contains an array of users that contain an array of answers. So what I need to do is total answers. I'm just going to skip this step. I'm going to extract only the answers and put it in total answers. Debug string row. And now I can see that they have as total answers an array with only the questions. See? So the final step is that I still have a collection. I can call count on it. And now I have the correct result. Now I have all the organizations with all its data and the users and everything. But now I have the total answers for that organization. This is the code. Any questions about this? Yes?
Collection is something.
Collection is a new function that basically is a shortcut for new collection. Sorry? No.
No.
Basically, collection is a replacement for hash, the hash class, that will also work on objects. So it basically can chew both arrays and objects and iterators and everything, and have basically the same functions that you can actually chain, which you cannot do with hash. You have to go postfix style. So I think we're done for today. We are. I recommend you, when you have some free time, perhaps tomorrow morning or in the evening or whenever you like, to check out the collection documentation in the book. You can get a lot of power by knowing all the methods that are available to you in the collection class. You will save a lot of time of doing for each and changing stuff by just knowing by heart how to operate with collections. Okay? So thank you very much for today. Tack för i aften.